All right. Now, I found all of these articles on BuzzFeed.com, so I'll give them the credit. The first one is called Foods Millennials Can't Eat. And I was like, all right, let me see what they got on here. The first thing that says is bananas. I don't really eat bananas like that, so I don't really have much to say about that one. Number two says alcohol. So it says a lot of people are like, I'm one and done. Wasn't I just talking about that? I can't be doing all the craziness like I used to. Shots and beer and shots. I've moved on to wine, that refined palate of mine. Yeah, there's no like rounds of shots anymore. It's just a bottle of wine. You take your time, and your ass is gonna be asleep at a decent time. So I think that's funny. The third thing it says is cheese. Honestly, cheese doesn't bother me. I don't eat a lot of cheese like that. I can go without cheese. Cheese doesn't back me up or make me feel some sort of way. So I don't. That doesn't really work with me. The number four says drastically having to reduce your dairy intake. I'm trying to think. Like you're never gonna catch me drinking just a glass of milk unless there's some fucking cookies nearby. If there's cookies, there's gonna be milk. If there's just milk, that ain't me. That's a fucking alien. Cause you ain't gonna see that. Not from the old Chuckmeister. Number six says ranch, which is, I guess, a weird thing to have problems with, but I've never been a ranch guy. Oh, look, what? I've never been a ranch guy. Like my fucking teeth are falling out or something. I've never been a ranch guy. Listen, I go blue cheese, and I want that chunky blue cheese. Chunk me up. The chunkier, the better. I want that blue cheese with that chunk of blue cheese in it. Dude, I remember going to wing nights, which traditionally are on Wednesdays because you didn't want to interfere with Thursdays because that was Thirsty Thursday. They wanted to get the most out of you. I could go to a wing night right now. And for wing nights, for wings normally I don't like wet wings. I don't like saucy wings. I will dip it in whatever sauce. But wing nights, I don't care. I will eat some saucy buffalo wings. Buffalo or mild. I will do that. But you better have some blue cheese. So ranch, never really my thing. I could go without it. It says coffee. Coffee doesn't fuck with me too much. As long as it's not like a dark roast, I can drink coffee and then go to sleep. I have no troubles with that. Someone said corn of any kind after 5:30. Eh, corn is whatever. It doesn't bother me either. Number 8, it's a high fructose corn syrup. I got a problem with that. I'm a fatty, and I got to start steering clear of that. That's why I prefer to eat one meal a day, and it keeps me from doing the fucking most. Because now, it's going to take longer, and it'll be harder to lose the weight in a positive way. You can go take some pills or some fucking injections and do it that way, but no. In a positive way, it gets harder as you get older. Number 9 is, snack cakes and Hawaiian punch and yeah. I don't think about that anymore. I really don't. I go to the store and I'm going down certain aisles and I see the little Debbies and the fucking hostesses and I'm like, whatever. Don't bother me. Don't bother me. Someone said baked goods. That's number 10. Said and how they love them, but the baked goods don't love them. No, that's not my problem. My problem is baked goods. You get me a donut or some cookies or a cake or one of my favorites, a cupcake. Oh, baby. I still get weak in the fucking knees for some baked goods. Number 11, talking about buffalo sauce. Now, like I said, I can deal with some buffalo sauce. Not a lot gives me heartburn, and that's what they're talking about. Not a lot has given me heartburn. Unless I eat something right before bed, if I know something is more acidic, just don't eat it before bed, and I won't wake up in the middle of the night like a fucking vampire. Just sit up out of the bed and run to the bathroom, damn near puke myself. So I try not to. Number 12 says gluten. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother. I kind of wish it did. So I would leave bread the fuck alone. And look, there's like 30 things on this list. I'm not going over them because I scanned the rest of them. A lot of it's just sugary bullshit like gummy worms and fucking Pop-Tarts and shit like that. So I'm not getting into that. We're going to move on to the next article, which is called, it says, I'm 37 and I'm beyond over it. Older adults are revealing things that they're too old to deal with anymore. And the first thing says, I don't do anything recreationally anymore. And look, if you're not enjoying something, you don't do it. You just don't. Oh, there's a show that you don't like? Guess what? You'll never watch that motherfucker again. Oh, there's somewhere you don't want to go? You'll never go there again. You just don't put up with the same things. And then this number 2, they talked to a person that was in their late 40s, and they said how, unlike their younger self, they don't seek out friends. That's something that you're going to notice as you get older. And I've already noticed it. I don't want any more friends. I don't need any more friends. The friends that I got are keeping me elevated. I got positive friends in my life, and I don't fucking need any more. It's too much. I'm good with what I got, and I don't want to be greedy. So that's all I'm saying. Number 3, never buying a pair of jeans that don't stretch. Listen, a few years ago, I bought some jeans that stretched. And I'm telling you, that was the greatest thing ever. All of my pants got to have a little stretchy in it. I haven't gained any weight. I've actually lost weight. But that little stretch in the pants, especially jeans, dude, it's nice because they don't make jeans like they used to. They don't. They just fucking don't. So I see where they're coming from. Number 4 says don't even bother with social media. And as I've gotten older, yes, I've noticed that. I use social media for the podcast. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Casually uncomfortable. But other than that, I have a personal page that I don't really use often. If anything, it's always open to the Casually Uncomfortable Facebook page. So I don't know what's going on in my life. And I don't bother with it anymore. I remember when I was younger, dude, listen, you had your top 5 on MySpace, dude, that was the shit. Me and my best friend made a deal with each other that we would be our number ones on our MySpaces, and we couldn't change it. And we didn't. And if someone happened to change it for some reason, just to get their attention, it would not go unnoticed. And I think that's crazy. Because now I don't give a shit about social media. Only for the podcast. I do it for the cast, baby. I do it for the cast. Number 5 says, don't waste time arguing. I don't. I'm not trying to argue with anybody anymore. Like the one said earlier, I'll just fucking walk away. I don't need it. I don't need any more friends, and I don't need the argumentativeness in my life. I can fucking stress myself out other ways. So, bye. Number 6 says, I've stopped doing things in order to try and fit in. That's so true. I've noticed that with myself too. I don't give a fuck. You don't like me? Guess what? Bye. Have a great fucking life. You move on, I'll move on, and that'll be that. Because guess what? I'm going to sleep very well that night. I don't have time for the bullshit. Number 6 is for women, talking about bras and underwire and all that, and I don't, whatever. Number 7, oh shit. No, that's number 7, excuse me. Number 8, if you go out of town at this point in your life, you really don't want to, and there's someone out of town, you don't want to go and stay at their place. You'd rather just get a hotel and avoid whatever bullshit may be going on at their house. Maybe they got a dog or some shit, and that motherfucker's going to be all over the place. You're not going to be able to take a piss without that motherfucker worrying about what you're doing, maybe growling at you or some shit like that. Yeah, so you go out of town or something. Yeah. I don't go out of town much, but I would pay the extra money to have something quiet and calm and not have to, and worry or invest in someone else's bullshit. Number 9 says they will not pay to attend a concert without seats. I don't really go to a lot of concerts. When I was younger, I did a lot of Metal Mayhem concerts out at Jiffy Lube. I think that's what it's still called. I think it was the Nissan Pavilion, or I guess before. That had seats. Like at the beginning of the day, you walked around to the different stages, and at night at the pavilion, you had seats. And I've never been to a concert where you had to just stand the entire time. So, but if you're at a concert, I get it. You're going to be standing. I had a seat behind me, but I was standing the whole time, singing some fucking Rob Zombie. Shit was crazy. I had a good time, man. Good times. Number 10, being forced or bullied into family functions. I don't do it. I haven't done a family function, honestly, since my grandmother passed away. My grandmother was the rock of the family. She kept things together. She kept things in order. I would come down and go to the family function. Now everybody is split up. People have passed away, this, that, and the other, and it's just not the same. But I'm glad that I was able to have that time to go to family functions. But now, nah, man, I'm good. Nah. Number 11, as I get older, it says, don't put up with relationship drama. Yeah, I'm getting older for that. Whatever. If I'm in a relationship and shit ain't going well, fuck it. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Fuck it. That's where I'm at. I'm not going to stress myself out over one fucking person because it's unnecessary. It's unfucking necessary. Number 12, I like this one. It says, being over people expecting you to be normal. You got to embrace who the fuck you are. And I just say this at the beginning of the episode? I'm me, baby. That's it. That's all. I'm fucking weird. I've always embraced my weirdness. And if you don't, go fuck yourself. I don't give a shit. I'm still me. You don't want to talk to me? Then don't talk to me. That's it. That's all. I'm not going to fight it. I'm not going to fight it. Number 13, loud music. And damn it, this is true. You go out somewhere, I don't like going out places with super loud music anymore. I like a calm, enjoyable level of music now. It's not the same, dude. When I was younger, I was like, crank it up. But now I'm just like, cut it down. I want to be able to have a conversation. I don't want the music just nuts. Not anymore. I'm getting too old for that shit. Number 14 says, hating when family expects you to help them financially. Now, yeah, I don't have family members that expect anything from me like that, but I have family members that I don't mind helping. You know what I mean? If I can. Normally, I'm fucking struggling, so I can't. But if I can help out here and there, I don't have a problem with that. So I don't have to deal with anything too crazy with that. Number 15, eating foods that you don't like at gatherings just to be nice. Yeah, if it don't look appetizing or fucking edible, then I'm not going to eat it. I'm not going to eat it. I remember being younger and just appeasing people. Oh, this is delicious. No, I'm not doing that shit anymore. You made chicken salad with fucking raisins in it. No, I'm not eating it. So, sorry, not sorry. Number 16 is talking about how music has lowered its talent requirements. Yes and no. I listen to a lot of music. And if it has a good beat, and that's really it. If it has a good beat, shit, it might not even have to be in English. I have a few songs on my lists from some Korean artists. Got some Bad Bunny. Well, that shit's all in Spanish. I don't know a lot of Spanish. I can get through a couple words. They might say agua a couple times. I'm like, oh shit, some water. But other than that, I don't know. I think there may be an Indian song on my phone, and if it's got a good beat, I'm fine with it. So yes and no. Number 17 says, I'm at the age when I refuse to risk driving in possible bad weather. And listen, that is me now. Tell you a little story. Years ago when I had my SUV, I first got it. I was so happy. I had a 4-wheel drive vehicle. I could go up a fucking mountain if I wanted to. And I was just amped up about this whole thing. Well, I got it used. The tires were shitty. And I learned this because I was on the highway. And once I got up to 60 miles an hour, it was a day where the rain was heavy. It was the kind of shit Forrest Gump was talking about. That shit was heavy. And I could feel the car losing its grip on reality. So I had to slow down to at least 40 miles an hour. And after that, I really didn't want to get on the highway anymore. Well, I mean, especially if it was raining. Now I have another vehicle. The tires are much better. But I still think about that day. Like, listen, I've never had a vehicle where the tires were, the tread was pretty thin. And this SUV, it didn't even look like they were going to be a problem. But I'm telling you, if you've ever been in a car where you're almost going to fucking hydroplane And like I said, I was doing 60 miles an hour. The speed limit was 70. We were already doing 10 under because the rain was so fucking heavy. And then after that, I was like, you know what? If it's raining, just, honestly, don't ask me to go. Please. Please don't. I'm not, unless you're paying me, I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Because insurance doesn't cover that dumb shit. You go doing stupid shit. Oh, I want to go out in the snow. No. Now, if I get another SUV, and the first thing I'm always going to do is get some new tires. That's the only way. But even then, you got other vehicles that are willing to just do over the speed limit, even in inclement weather. It is the craziest thing. You got it's damn near a fucking hurricane rains, and I'm in the right lane, and you see this truck, always one of them big ass trucks, just blasting past. It's crazy. It's the wildest thing. And a couple months ago, I was talking to my buddy, and we were talking about how when we would drive places, we didn't give a shit about the weather. I lived up in the mountains. I'd come off the mountains. It would be snowing. He'd come up to visit. It would be snowing. And I'm saying, like, snow. Like, nobody should have been on the road. But now, no way. I'm not taking those risks. It's crazy. It's crazy now. Fuck it. All right, 18. I no longer worry about, is it me? Am I the asshole? Yeah, like I said, fuck it. I'll be the asshole. I'll stay home. I don't need any more friends. I got enough. I got what I need. I got what I need. So fuck it. I've always said this. I will definitely be the asshole. So no worries. No worries. Everything's too expensive, so no, I probably will not go and do, whatever it may be. Number 19 says, I might sound curmudgeonly, but office parties, I don't want to do them anymore. And listen, my job, we do a Christmas party, and that's it. And I'm cool with that because it's just one. We're not doing all these crazy things. But this says, oh, they're tiresome. It's like a couple hours. My thing is, I don't want it to be like a potluck. I'd rather just one or two people cook the food. I don't need 20 to 30 different dishes from people's houses because, listen, you don't want food out of some people's houses. Trust me. Trust me. You do not want whatever the fuck they got. And then again, they might make some weird shit like mac and cheese with dates. Oh, I like a sweet mac and cheese. Get that shit the fuck out of here. No. It's gotta go. Number 20 says theme parks and roller coasters. Yep. I don't fuck with them as much anymore. The last theme park that I went to was a water park. And I'm telling you, I had a great time. You don't have to do anything. You just let the water take you away. Now, I would definitely go back and do that again because the place I went had a lazy river. And I'm telling you, you didn't have to get under the water. You got in an inner tube and you just let it take you around in a fucking circle. And that's where I spent most of my I did the slide a couple of times, the giant fucking slide. I did that a couple times. Nothing crazy. But I'm telling you, the lazy river was where it was at. Hey, where's Chuck? Chuck's in the lazy river. He's in the river. And that's where I stayed. I'm telling you. Oh, it was great. It was great. And the only thing that, pisses me off is the lines. The thing you got to do, what I definitely want to do next time if I go back, is get one of the fast passes. Because there was one slide. It wasn't even a slide. It was like it was just crazy. It took a little while, but it was fast, and getting to it was slow. It took at least 45 minutes to get to where we needed to go, so they would, push us down the slide. That's the only thing. I don't have the patience for those lines anymore. So I'm definitely not going roller coasters, because I know those lines at every single one. Oh no. But the lazy river, let me tell you, that shit was, you just jump in. Didn't even think twice. Get out wherever you needed, jump in again. Damn, I'm ready to go now. I'm ready. All right, here's the last article. It says 18 adult problems people were not prepared for. Number 1, how incompetent other adults are. And listen, going out into the world and seeing how dumb other motherfuckers are, it is the most unreal thing, and they just need to stay inside. Look, I just don't understand it. How fucking idiotic some of these people can be. Just oblivious to life. It's sad. It's borderline sad. It's crazy. It's crazy. Number 2, you have to pay for literally everything. Water, trash pickup, internet, car registration, health insurance, even fucking parking. You have to pay for everything. When you were younger, you were carefree. You did whatever the fuck you wanted. You didn't have to worry about adulting. Everything. You got to pay for everything. Something goes wrong with your vehicle, you got to pay for it. Something goes wrong fucking with your hair, you got to pay for it. You got to pay for everything. So get ready. So those people that are just oblivious to everything, you got to pay for shit. Shit just doesn't magically fucking happen. That's not how the world is. Number 3, again, you got to do laundry, cooking, taking out the trash. Cleaning is endless. It really is. When you get home, when your parents or something would get home after work and you got home from school and the fucking house looked like garbage. Yeah. And they were pissed and they're like, what the fuck did you do all day? Because you know what? They're going to have to clean it. Because your incompetent ass won't clean it. But then again, you're young and dumb. And you don't understand what the fuck's to come. Damn, I'm a fucking rhyming machine. Yeah, you don't think about it. Yesterday, on Sunday, I cleaned the house. I've worked 6 days in the past 2 weeks. 6 days a week for the past 2 weeks. And then before that, I don't even remember because I've just been working. When the fuck does the house get dirty? And it's not like dirty. It's just like, I got a couple dishes here. I got a vacuum, fucking fold some clothes. And I'm like, I haven't been home. I've been wearing the same fucking 2 uniforms for work. Trade them off. Do some laundry. Like, fuck. It is endless cleaning. And you can quickly get behind. Number 4, just when you think you're catching up on bills, boom, something fucking happens. Just like last month. I was getting caught up on bills. And then my fucking radiator in my car was doing some weird shit. So I had to put some money out on that. Doesn't matter if the parts are cheap, they fuck you on labor. I don't care who you are, where you go, how long you've known them, you still got to pay for the work somehow. So it's always something. You remember when I said earlier that 1 week is slow and fast? 4 weeks, there's a month, and then the shit repeats again, and you're like, what the fuck? Number 5, you have to make every decision yourself. I know quite a few people that think everything just magically fucking happens. That's not life. The people that you're depending on to make your life easy, guess what? Some of them are older and they're going to pass away at some point. And then it is going to be your responsibility. A lot of people are still living with their parents. I personally don't think that's a good look. Not because, I'm not saying you're a loser. No, I mean, shit happens. I get it. But life, you're going to have to learn life yourself. You got to get the fuck out of the nest. When I got out of the house at 18, when I graduated high school, I was home for maybe a month and then I moved the fuck away. I had to learn life on my own. Some people, they don't understand that. It's crazy. Number 6, finding something for dinner each night. You know what makes it easy? When you eat one meal a day, because you'll know what you're eating. You'll have one big ass meal. You eat it, and then you are fucking done. Oh, you get home from work, you're like, oh, I'm hungry. Get a shower and take your ass to bed. That's how you combat that. Number 7, adults are just tired, haggard-looking kids that have no idea what they are doing. Maybe not the tired, haggard part, but some people. But look, you can prepare someone for life. The only way to live life is to live life, and there's no fucking book on that. Shit happens. Everybody's life is different, so the angle that you were given and how to look at things may not ever fucking happen. So you got to think about that. Number 8, your body starts falling apart in slow motion. One day you wake up, your back hurts just from sleeping wrong. And I'm telling you, that is the truth. I don't care who you think you are. You're like, oh, and look, I don't want to hear, you're 41. That's not that old. No, it's not. But it's getting fucking older. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. Like, seriously. I used to sleep with 2 pillows under my head. I can't do that anymore. If I sleep with 2 pillows under my head, I'm going to have to roll off the bed. I have to have a firm bed now. There's no pillow top mattresses. There's no memory foam. I cannot sleep on that. And that's been over the last 3-4 years. No lie. Like I slept on a pillow top bed, and I woke up the next morning and I have never had such back problems after that. To the point that my knee would hurt. And it still does to this day. And I was sleeping on that pillow top mattress probably 3-4 months ago. And then I had to switch everything up. Like it was bad. I would wake up and be like, what the fuck? My knee would be swollen and just And then I got back to my bed and it was a firmer, nice, like firm. I have to have a firm bed. It's just short of sleeping on the fucking ground. All right, number 9. You can get worn out by a lot. When you were younger, you went to school, you had summer break, winter break, you know, this, that, and the other. When you were younger in elementary school, you had fucking recess and shit like that. Now, as an adult, you don't have that. There's no button where you can hit reset. You don't get that. You got to keep fucking going. There's no stopping. Can't stop, won't stop. I wish I could get a month off. Some jobs just, you don't accrue vacation time. And if you do, they fucking limit it. So, and it's not, it may be a couple of days. You might get a week. Shit. You had summer break. You had all fucking summer to just do whatever you wanted. Now when you get older, sorry, it's over. Number 10 says if you get a thinky think job, you have to do thinky think things every day. So if you get a job where you gotta, it's gonna be a lot of mental strain, you gotta keep it going. Because if not, you're gonna get fired. Because there's some jobs out there where you just, just repetition. You don't really have to think about it. You just have to not fuck up. So, them thinky thinks. And this one's for the guys. When you pee and you think you're done, you give it a quick shake, tuck it back in, and nope, there was a little left. Yeah, so when you go to the bathroom, gentlemen, and you start getting older, listen, there's still a little left in the tank. You're going to have to stand there for a couple seconds longer and hit it with a couple more shakety shake shakes. Shake it off. Shake it out. It is what it is. I don't write the rules. I just live life. You know what I'm saying? Number 12, and this is kind of sad, that one day you will be the parent in the relationship with your own parents, and they will be the child. Yeah. You got to worry about that. You got to think about that. That could happen. That probably is going to happen. You come into the world, you're young, you don't know anything, you learn some shit, then you start getting old, and then you don't know anything. So it's the cycle of life. It sucks, but that's what it is. Another thing, number 13, maintaining. Not cleaning, but maintaining. Like, I got to shave my head soon. If I had a yard to mow the grass, I would have to mow the grass every weekend, every other weekend. You got the upkeep on everything. You got to do it. Every year, every month, you got to check something out, make sure that shit don't blow up on you. So it's work. It's adulting. Number 14 says hemorrhoids. I don't know. You got to worry about sitting on the toilet too long. You get the roids. Now you struggling. Now you got to sit on one of them fucking donuts. It happens. You get older, your body just starts saying, fuck it, Number 15, menopause. Women, you're going to have to deal with that. Shit's going to happen. Shit's going to start getting hot randomly, get some hot flashes and shit like that. It's life. Sad to say, but it's life. Number 16, fatigue. Listen, when you were younger, you had energy. When you were a kid, you had limitless energy. Then you became a young adult and you're like, man, I could do this forever. And then you became, an older adult. In your late 20s, start early 30s. You're like, all right, I got to get a little more sleep. And you're an adult. Once you hit like 35, you're going to need that sleep, baby. you can try it. But I'm going to tell you, you play around with sleep. Sleep will remember that. And sleep will put your ass down on a random fucking Tuesday. You're like, oh man, I got home, I sat down and I slept for 15 hours. Yeah. The sleep is going to catch up one way or another. Number 17, how expensive garbage cans are. Dude, yeah. You're gonna spend at least fucking $40 on a good garbage can. Because you definitely want a garbage can with some wheels. You don't want a little fucking Oscar the Grouch type garbage can. Those are done. Those are too old. You got to get something sturdy that you hope doesn't blow away. It's crazy. Shit's wild now. You gotta think of shit like that. Yeah, garbage can with a handle, wheels, and a sturdy lid. And then you got to paint your address on it in case that bitch blows away. But then you got monsters out there that'll scrub that shit off and call it theirs. They'll be like, oh, finders keepers. And then number 18, nobody warned me adulthood is mostly decision fatigue from a million tiny joy-stealing choices. And that is the truth. Because again, bills have to get paid, and that means you're not going to be able to play. Oh, I can't do this because of this. Oh, I can't do this because of this. And trust me, I've missed out on quite a bit because I've been behind on something or something came up and I wasn't able to do. I've missed out on quite a bit. But now that I am getting older, I'm saying yes to a lot more, even if it fucks me up in the end. I can work extra hours and do it that way. But the memories of what I was able to do, like that trip I was talking about earlier to the water park, I won't forget that. That was a great time. That was fun. That was relaxing. You're just in the fucking water all day. An amazing time. And that's what the life is about, the memories that you make. And you got to make them. You got to make the memories. That's, as I get older, I see a lot of people now are getting dementia. I know someone who I think has dementia, and it is sad to fucking watch. It is sad. But you got to stay active as an adult. Oh, it is the saddest thing. I'm telling you right now, it's sad. But I hope, the one thing I do really hope is that I don't lose my mind. Because then you lose those memories. And then it would be all for nothing, So, yeah. So happy birthday to me, baby. All right. I'm definitely getting out of here. This was a good episode. This was a fucking long one. This was a doozy, as they would say. So thank you for joining me. Have fun. Be safe. And I'm out of here. Okay? Check me out. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Casually Uncomfortable. I'm on Twitter at Casually Unchuck. I post everywhere. Check it out. Different shit, different places. I'm just having fun. I'm just living life and having fun while still being an adult. So, all right. I'll see you Wednesday. Don't be a piece of shit. Peace.